Hey, what's up, you guys? Thank you for being here and blessings. Merry Christmas. Today I'm talking about houses for myself and my wife. I'm trying to do a synastry of our houses so I can develop a better understanding of who I'm with, so you guys can develop a better understanding of what I put myself through, and so we can all grow together, because that's the priority. That's my objective, is to get us all to grow together. So I'm going to start listing off our houses, and I'm going to explain to you guys which house means what and how that affects my life, okay, and how it's going to affect your life when you learn about your houses. Okay, now we both know that my wife and I, rising, our first house is in Gemini. That house is ruled by Aries, by the way, and Aries has to do with passion. So when it comes to being really passionate, we are really talkative, which is obviously the reason I'm here. Okay, our second houses. Okay, the second house is ruled by Taurus. Taurus is a sign of understanding, of nurturing, of stable-mindedness, of being stubborn. By Bull of the China shops are really popular. Okay, they're really good at showing affection and love and caring for others. My second house is ruled by Cancer, so that means that through the vibe of Taurus, I like to nurture people, and I like to try to understand them. And Jasmine is also the same as mine. She has Cancer in her second house, which is once again ruled by Taurus. So Jasmine and I have a tendency to, when we want to help people, we're going to ask you questions, and we're going to try to nurture you into being able to being helped. So it's taking time, and it takes patience. For third house, ruled by Gemini, the most talkative sign in astrology, that's what the third house is. It's your communication skills. How well do you communicate? How many perspectives do you have? How do you show people your true self? My third house is in Leo. Jasmine's third house is in Cancer. So with us communicating with each other and others, we have the tendency to communicate in a different light. I communicate in a sense like, hey, look at me speaking. I can do this. And she's speaking more in a way of, how can I nurture you and show you how much I care? Look at me speaking. There's a big difference there. Okay. And then next we have fourth house. Fourth house is in Cancer. Fourth house is ruled by Cancer, okay? So Cancer has to do with raising your children, starting your life from zero to nothing to everything. Growth, any kind of growth, spiritually, emotionally, especially. So, fourth house, my fourth house is ruled by Virgo. So when it comes to me nurturing myself up, I make sure everything is lined up straight. And I take it step by step, and it's really boring and methodical, but hey, it works. Okay? Jasmine's fourth house is in Leo. So if she's more like, oh, okay, look at me. Can't you see how much I'm doing for myself in my life? Don't you notice me? Do you see this? That's how her energy is constantly when it comes to growth. Mine is more studied, student. And then we have fifth house in Leo. Fifth house is ruled by Leo, which represents how we show who we are and how we are, how our energy vibes are. I remember speaking of this earlier, but yeah, my sun sign's in Scorpio, which is not what we're talking about, and I apologize for bringing that in there, because then I have to bring it in there for all the signs that I could, and that would be fun too. Maybe I will from now on. But so my Libra sun vibe, Libra Leo sun vibe. Okay. So Libra sun and Leo. Fifth house is Leo, ruled by Leo. And Jazz has a Virgo in her fifth house. So when she's projecting herself outward. Look at me, I'm an emblem. She's an emblem of structure and status. That's her emblem energy. My emblem energy is I'm an emblem of balance. Okay? I'm an emblem of balance and deep understanding. Okay? So next we have we have the sixth house, which is ruled by Virgo. My sixth house is in Scorpio. Jazz's sixth house is also in Scorpio. So sixth house in Virgo represents how we structure our lives, how we develop our lives to become more stable. And we both have Scorpio in our Virgo, in our sixth house. So that means that when it comes to developing in life, we're very methodical, okay? Okay. So both of us are that way together. We're very deep, though. Not necessarily super duper methodical, like Virgo energy for me in Cancer with my nurturing of myself. But we're methodical, like, okay, so we're starting from hell. How do we build ourselves up? We've already been to the bottom. Okay? We started from the bottom. And we're working our way up step by step. Okay? That's how our lives are. And it's super cool. Seventh house is ruled by Libra, which represents the scale. So it would make sense that seventh house is in the middle. Okay. For sure, guys, we're gonna go over this a lot. I'm gonna introduce other people associating with my wife and the other person's houses. So plus mine, it's gonna be fun. But this is only number one. This is the first episode to a trilogy. So I'm probably gonna add another playlist for this. So Libra, Jazz and I are both ruled by Sag in their seventh house. So when it comes to balancing things out, we have a tendency to just go for it, and go for it, and go for it. And then when we see something we like, we take it into our relationship life, and then we hold on to that, and then we grow with it. So it's pretty cool, pretty fun to have the same Sag as hers. Okay, eighth house is ruled by Scorpio. Okay, so Scorpio has to do with going really deep in life. So I am going really deep in life I'm never saying I wanted to have kids. I have kids. I have kids up the yin yang. And I have Capricorn in my eighth house. Eighth house is ruled by Scorpio. I have kids up the yin yang, and Capricorn is ruled by Scorpio in my eighth house. So that makes sense. Those kids are going to become stronger, and I'm going to be there behind them because I'm having their back. Because I have Capricorn energy. Capricorn is always working really hard, staying determined. So you can see that vibe coming through my eighth house. Okay. Ninth house is ruled by Sagittarius. My ninth house is in Aquarius. My wife's ninth house is in Capricorn. Sagittarius, as I said before, has to do with going out and taking that thing that they want. Always taking that thing that they want, okay? So I have Aquarius in Sagittarius, eighth house. Ninth house, okay? So my Aquarian, Sagittarian, ninth house vibe is, look. You guys are all my friends, so I'm just going to take all your vibes and I'm going to feed off of them because you guys are all awesome. And I'm just going to feast. And you guys are going to hear, thank you. You know, and I'll offer, and I'll feast, and I'll offer type of vibe. That's how Aquarian energy is. Aquarius loves to have friends. And they know what's right. Okay, so when it comes to learning stuff and absorbing energy, that's where my vibes are. They're like, I want to have a bunch of friends so that I can absorb energy with them. We can all absorb energy together. We can all be light. We can all shine. And then create a nuclear bomb that's going to blow everyone's mind and then make the world completely change. It's going to be cool. Hope you're there. No, you're going to be there for sure. Blessings for being there. Thank you. Okay. Jazz's ninth house is in Capricorn. So she is more, I have to work really hard to get all of my growth in life. Okay. For me, it's a lot less complicated than that. Jazz, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, so Jazz has Capricorn, and she has Cancer in her Jupiter. Jazz has Cancer in her Jupiter, and the ninth house is ruled by Jupiter, so she has Cancer in that. And then in her ninth house, she has Capricorn. So Capricorn and Cancer are opposites from each other, so that's really nice. Way of opening up and becoming more of herself. It's pretty cool. So that's nice. Okay, next we have 10th house is ruled by Capricorn. My 10th house is in Pisces. My 10th house is in Pisces. So when it comes to working, I'm more so Piscean-esque plus Sagittarian-esque because my Saturn is in Sagittarius. And right here we have 10th house in Capricorn. I'm Pisces. So I have Pisces Sagittarian-esque energy swirling through my energetic field, expressing emotions. Okay? So that's me. Okay? And then my wife, she has Aquarius in her 10th house. So that means that when it comes to working, Jazz needs to have a lot of friends. And because in her Saturn, she has... Ooh, Jazz and Saturn. Oh, okay. Jazz's Saturn is also in Capricorn. So she has Aquarius. Okay, so her 10th house is in Aquarius. Her 10th house is in Aquarius. And her planet is ruled by Capricorn. So Capricorn communicating work. That's how she works and develops and becomes more sharp at her skill. By communicating it and by working really hard. So that's how she sharpens her skills. And next we have 11th house, which is ruled by Aquarius. And Aquarius is obviously the social butterfly of the zodiac. My 11th house is in Aries. Jazz's 11th house is in Pisces. So for me, when communicating through my 11th house, when learning about people, when becoming more sociable, when experimenting, I have a tendency to attack a lot of people and get out my opinions and follow my instinct a lot and use my instinct to create life, to create more internal strength, mental clarity, okay? I use others. The words I say are methodical. They help me to understand others, and the people that understand me, I understand them in return. So I developed this awesome cyclical nature through communicating, and then there's just this infinity symbol in my heart, you know? So I'm communicating all these emotions, and they're coming back to me and dying and coming back to life, and I become more of what I need to be. For Jazz, she's more Piscean-esque with her Aquarian, with her 11th house. So being social, she's gonna be more into all of the deeper emotional things. So with communicating, there's the open communicating part up there where I'm at, and then there's the deep emotional communication part where she's more so comfortable. But she can also come up and communicate too. It's just whatever she chooses. Like a dolphin. Dolphin can swim up to the water and, you know, do flips and stuff and then come back down, you know. And so there's that. And then we have 11th house. Our 12th houses are both ruled by Taurus. So when it comes to spirituality, we're both very focused on creating more stability for the world so that we can develop more stability for ourselves. And also both of our Neptunes are also in Capricorn. So we have Taurus and Capricorn energy spiritually. So we have to work really hard and nurture others to become more spiritual. And so that's all I have. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoy your now. Thank you so much for your time and blessings.